Hello everyone, welcome to my Dinar Daily News channel. PM Sudani went to the UK Britain to put together a massive trade MOU agreement worth billions of dollars. A very large trade agreement. It definitely will require the rate change in order to implement that. The HCL, like the budget, those two things will expose the new exchange rate. The HCL and the budget will be the first indicator of the new exchange rate MO. The Grand Four port is really important to Iraq. This will allow them to be able to do a lot of trade globally. The ships will just pull right into this port, and ULL have a lot of goods coming in and out right at this section of Iraq. This is awesome. The development road is really big that allows a mass transportation. They have a railroad that's going to be made right next to it. The same thing, great for global business. You'll have a train that's able to deliver the goods wherever need be, there in Iraq. Things are looking up for Iraq. This is great for business. These things will help expand Iraq internationally and help strengthen the Iraqi Dinar. Eventually, it'll get stronger over time, and ULL see the value of the Iraqi Dinar increase against the US dollar. Do you feel like everything is done in Iraq and we are simply on the Ferris wheel? I believe we have crossed the finish line and are just waiting for the announcement in the winner's circle. Iraqi Parliament responds to US State Department. Your interference in budget is unacceptable. On Wednesday, the US State Department urged the Iraqi Parliament to expedite the passage of Iraq's federal budget. We have worked with the federal government of Iraq and the Kurdistan regional government to reach a permanent budget agreement. State Department spokesman said in a press briefing at the department. The Foreign Relations Committee in the Iraqi Parliament responded, on Thursday, to the US State Department's statements. The statements of the US State Department are unacceptable. The budget has been passed. It was read long ago. All they are doing is reading the amendment. Therefore, there is no need to read the budget again. There is no significance to them not reading the entire budget, because it isn't on the table. Only the amendment to the budget is on the table, which is why they read it twice. This is not a noteworthy event. It is business as usual as it should be. For many years, Wells Fargo kept telling you it's a scam. Chase, it's a scam. Why do you think they don't tell you it's a scam anymore? They saw it as a currency on the OFAC's list. They saw it as a currency that was of no value. They saw it as a currency from a country that was at war, so they told you it was a scam. Government Advisor Assecutor System is a vital tool for developing customs work and boosting international trade. Wow. This is another article about these future non-oil revenues. The Prime Minister's Advisor for Financial Affairs, Mazhar Soli, the importance of adopting the Assecutor system in customs administration, noting that it reduces delays at ports and boosts international trade. Remember again that this system needs a link to Forex currency exchange to get the most current, up-to-date rate of currencies in order to calculate the fees. They cannot fully implement it without this tie-in. European and Gulf officials, Baghdad, to receive important leaders in the coming days. Baghdad will witness a series of successive visits by the foreign ministers of France, Italy, and the European Union countries. In addition to the ministers of the countries of the region, neighboring and regional, and the Gulf countries in the coming days, the black market is pretty much dead now. There is no money for the corrupt to funnel the national currency out the country. Cancellation of the auctions was brilliant. Nothing is affecting the monetary reform. Nothing is touching the IQD exchange rate. That is badass. They're openly telling us they're getting closer to getting the budget schedules to Parliament for approval, but to do that they waiting for the rate to change first. It's very good that they're telling us about it. This is one of the things I've been waiting to see right here. At least them talking about preparing to get the budget schedules to Parliament and start the approval process. It will require 3 readings because it's budget funds. I am hearing a lot of chatter that there may be an Iraqi rate change over the weekend. I am not going to ride the roller coaster, but will be hopeful that we are seeing it that soon. But Trump is not in office yet, so stay calm. A quick explanation on 1-to-1. The whole purpose is for the Iraqi dinar to have purchasing power. Why do they try to make it 1-to-1 with the American dollar? Inside of Iraq, it comes out at 1-to-1, purchasing power. Outside of Iraq, internationally, that's a different ballgame. If you had 1 million dinars, it would be worth $1 million American dollars. Iraq hasn't been on the forex market at 1310 in an international capacity. Are they ever going to do that? I don't think so. When they start mentioning, first time in a long time, coming from the Central Bank of Iraq, telling you exactly what they've done, you're going to see a theme, and that theme is going international. When they mention forex, I have not seen them talk about this ever before. Take that whole thing very serious because it's powerful. I did have a conversation with my CBI contact Wednesday. This is why I am very excited. I could hardly believe that now the economic experts have finally turned to the mantra. The new mantra is, let's go to forex. This was the same tone in my conversation. My contact sounded very excited and anticipatory. I have had a couple of check-ins, including one from a bond contact in Asia who is being told they should expect it the 21st and 22nd. They have everything in place. When bond folks start paying out, we will start making appointments. Many sources are still looking at the 21st and 22nd. I am cautiously excited and extremely optimistic. Does President Trump have to be in as inaugurated as president for us to get the RV? I've been told no, he does not have to be back in as president for this to happen. So we're pushing it closely. We're getting there, but let's see what happens in the next few days. We know that conditions to get back to forex, that this insurance part is a pillar of the financial reform. Wells Fargo finally confirmed the RV. They all know it's coming. They know we are having a complete change in the system, and we are going asset-backed. They know gold is an important piece. I'm not sure if they will use the same terminology you and I use, or will they call it something different. This Iraqi dinar reinstatement is not a revaluation. The rate only changes to something we all want when it is reinstated. We call it the RV for short, because the rate will jump from artificially suppressed rate 1,320 to the nominal rate for dollars plus, since it will have to change accordingly with the new peg. This is a very straight redenomination process. Unlike other redenominations done in many other countries, as Iraq 1, TB facing hyperinflation and resetting their currency to combat this inflation, but rather resetting to get back to pre-sanction era days, 1991. It will be a resetting so they can reinstate the currency at a much higher rate. The overall elections right now, they're not telling you the truth. They're saying Maliki's in, Maliki's out, Sudani's still in running, Sudani's out. They're all over the board right now. We have to give it time and be patient, because the rate is not going to change till after the government is formed. Take care and goodbye.